Okay, so I'm going to shade 1/4 of my circle to represent the fraction 1/4. Now I'm going to shade 3/4 of my second circle to represent the fraction 3/4. And even though I am trying to fill it in as quick as I can, and it's not shaded completely all the way, we would imagine that it was completely filled in, and the entire model will represent 3/4 of an area shaded. And the first one will represent 1/4 of the area that's shaded. So if we're looking at our number line, we can see where 1/4 is plotted on our number line. And we can also see where 3/4 is plotted on our number line. Now, whenever you're comparing fractions, and especially when you're comparing fractions that have the same denominator, we look at the numerator. And we can see, look based on both models, that the model representing 3/4 has more of an area that's shaded than the model representing 1/4 that only has one part of it shaded. Okay? You can also look at the number line to compare the fractions and see that 3/4 is closer to one whole than 1/4 is closer to a whole. So therefore, 3/4 is greater than 1/4, and 1/4 is less than 3/4. Let's look at our next model. Here we have a number line and we have two models. And so we're going to use the models to compare two fractions with the same denominator. And then we're going to represent it on the number line so you can see how it looks on a number line. So for the first model, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 total parts, so that it's going to represent our denominator. And we have 4 parts that are shaded red. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts. And 3 are shaded yellow for our second model. So now we're going to partition our number line into 8 parts. And the first thing we always want to do is make sure we find our midpoint, because our midpoint helps us to plot the other marks on our number line, markers on our number line. So here's my halfway marker. And I like to write 1/2 there because I know that between 0 and 1, this will be my halfway point, my midpoint. Okay, so now I am going to place 2 markers for my 8s. So here, if I count, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need to place another marker for my 8s, and I'm trying to make it as even as possible, as equal as possible. And forgive me if they're not equal, but this is what you're trying to strive for, or trying to have represent equal parts when you are partitioning on a number line. Okay, so I have 8 parts and they're not as even as I would like for them to be. I'm gonna try it again. But kind of get the idea. And what I should have did was drew halves and some more halves to make it even, but here we go. Okay, so we have our 8 parts, and now I'm going to go and label the parts on the number line. So I have 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, 8/8. If I want to plot 3/8 on my number line, I will plot 3/8. This kind of looks like a 4, so let me make it better. Here's 3/8. So I'm going to place my marker here for 3/8. And for 4/8, I'm going to place my marker here. You should notice that 4/8 is equal to 1/2. And also you should see that 4/8 is closer to 1/2 than 3/8. Also, we can see, looking at our models, that we have more of an area shaded on 4/8 than we do on 3/8. So therefore, 4/8 is greater than 3/8, and 3/8 is less than 4/8. We're going to do one more practice problem or problem together so we can make sure that we have an understanding of how we can use models and the number lines to compare fractions. So now we have a model and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. So that means that my denominator is 6. I have an area of 2 shaded green, so my fraction is 2/6. And my second model has 6 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I have an area of 1 shaded orange. So now I'm going to partition my number line into 6 parts. This is my benchmark, my halfway, my midpoint. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me draw the hop so you guys can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now I'm going to plot my fractions on my number line. So my first marker would be 1 6. Then I have 2 6, 3 6, 4 6, 5 6, and 6 6, which is equal to 1 whole. So I'm going to place my marker for 2 6 here and 1 6 here. As you can see, just like with our models, 2 6 has more of an area shaded than 1 6. So 2 6 is greater than 1 6. Oh, sorry. And 1 6 is less than 2 6. Remember, when the denominators are the same, which are your bottom numbers, when the denominators are the same, we can compare fractions using the numerators. And that's what we did. And even when we're comparing whole numbers, we know that 1 is less than 2.